Good morning, children. Today we are going to read the new lesson, that is the Guptas and Vardhanas. History from history part, it is chapter 8. In this, Guptas are there, Vardhanas are deleted, children. So we are going to learn only Guptas today. Okay? Yes. So in this chapter, we are going to learn that who are the rulers who ruled, what were their contributions. Okay, now we'll go with the introduction. See, the last lesson we read is about the Mauryas and Kushans. So, after these Mauryas and Kushans, the empire of Gupta arose. Arose means came into prominence. Then, after the collapse of Mauryan Empire, so when Mauryan Empire was taken over by Alexander the Seleucus, so the northern part of India was ruled by the Kushans, the next kingdom which came, and the southern part of India was ruled by Shatavahanas. Shatavahanas. Okay. So after the Mauryan Empire, Guptas came into prominence. At that time, northern part was ruled by Kushans and southern part was ruled by Shatavahanas. So both the empires ended the mid 3rd century. So Guptas were the feudatory, means a small kingdom under Kushans. So Gupta kingdom came into prominence. They were under the control of, means they were a small kingdom. Feudatory means a small rulers under Kushans. So they were ruling in present Uttar Pradesh. Now what we say that Uttar Pradesh comes over here, Uttar Pradesh. So there they were ruling Uttar Pradesh and established the base for the vast empire after the decline of Kushans. So after even Kushans were defeated, means they also declined at that time. Those who this Guptas were under the small rulers of Kushans. So when Kushans were defeated, they became independent and they established their kingdom in present Uttar Pradesh. Now Uttar Pradesh, in those days, in that area they are saying. So their rule kept North India united. So what their ruling time kept northern part of India united from 335 century to 445 century. So 455 century. So nearly 120 years they have ruled. So among them, actually the Gupta dynasty came into power by 275 century only, but they were under the control of Kushans. Sri Gupta, who was the founder of this Gupta dynasty? It was Sri Gupta is the founder of this dynasty. They started the rule from Prayaga, means it is a place where in Uttar Pradesh, from that place they started Prayaga. Later Gupta made Pataliputra as their capital. So the capital of Gupta dynasty was Pataliputra. Pataliputra remained the capital of vast Gupta empire, means a big empire. And this Gupta kingdom, kings or rulers encouraged religion, literature, art, science, etc. during their period. So the next one is the sources of references. So how we come to know that this kingdom was there from 335 century to 445 century, 455 century. It is because of the sources. The sources are of two types, literary and archaeological sources. So this sources says that this kingdom ruled from this time to this time and the famous rulers, and written record says that these were the kings or rulers who ruled and wrote the poems or made in the form of legends, stories they will say. So like that, the sources of references are the following are the sources for useful to know about the Guptas. That is pillar inscription of Allahabad. So in Allahabad place, a pillar has been inscribed. Pillar means kamba. Kambavana nettidare. Alli. Inscription. Then Pillar inscription also is there in Mehroli. Then third one, Vishaka Datta's Mudra Rakshasa. Vishaka Datta is a person name. He wrote a book called Mudra Rakshasa. In that, we can come to note that this Gupta period was ruling from that time to that time. And Devi Chandragupta. So Mudra Rakshasa wrote two books. Vishaka Datta wrote two books, Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta. Next, Rajashekara's poetics. So Rajashekara, a person who lived during that time, wrote a poem regarding that kingdom. Then Kalidasa also was a kavi, who lived during the time of Chandragupta, that is Gupta time, that is literary works. Then Kaumudi celebrations of Vajike, whatever the festivals, that celebration, that also is being remembered or said that this kingdom ruled in that period. Then the writing of Fahin and Isyang Singh, Fahin, foreigners who came and settled during that time, they wrote about this kingdom. So these are the sources for the references. So this is about the introduction part, children. Now we'll go with the next part.